Good evening. We're here to discuss fight of a decade. So there's been a lot of talk about fight of a decade in the boxing media. So we're just going to go through our thoughts on who we think deserves the top spots and the actual pinnacle top spot. As you know, this is me, MSLB, Mark Sterling Boxing, with my boy.
It's Jaiden, aka Rash.
Okay, and we're going to get into it. Let's start with you. Who are your front runners for this award? Don't say the winner until maybe later.
Yeah. I'd say the front runners for me would be Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Canelo Alvarez, and Vasily Lomachenko.
Okay, cool.
Pretty much. And Manny Pacquiao, of course.
And Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah,
that's
Manny
four,
Pacquiao.
right?
Yeah, that's five.
Five?
Yeah.
So Floyd, Ward, Lomachenko,
Canelo, and Pacquiao.
And Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So mine is four. So my top runners are Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Andre Ward, Canelo Alvarez. So that's my four. But let's discuss all five of them and let's see how we get on. For those who don't know, fight of a decade the last decade was Manny Pacquiao. So that was like 2000 to 2010.
Yeah.
I don't know who got it in 90 to 2000.
I think it would have been Roy Jones.
I was going to say maybe Roy Jones. I know in the 80s it was Larry Holmes.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Oh, no. It might be Marvin Hagler.
Okay.
Between Holmes and Hagler.
Okay.
Probably Hagler, you know? Because Hagler was stellar up until 87.
Yeah,
probably Hagler. But I'm sure Holmes would have been like a number two. And Mike Tyson and would have had a shout.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Chavez Sr. because I think he's more 90s, you know?
Right, okay. Yeah. But I know Chavez wasn't on that long undefeated run as
Crazy
well.
Crazy one. But let's get into it. So let's discuss the five because your five are similar to my four.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So let's talk about Lomachenko first.
Right, yeah. So Lomachenko, he won a gold medal in the Olympics. I think it was the same year AJ won his gold medal, as far as I believe.
That was 2012.
Yeah, so
in London.
Yeah, in London, and then he came out and saying that he wanted a world title fight in his first professional fight and everything. Signed with Top Rank with Bob Arum. Then they said to him, "We can't get you a world title fight in your first fight, but we'll get it for you in your second fight." So he fought his first fight against an undefeated fighter. I can't remember his name. And he fought Orlando Salido in his second fight, which he lost a close decision where Salido was able to come in overweight and throw numerous
roughed him up, right?
Yeah, roughed him up and everything. I think it was a good learning experience for Lomachenko, but not the decision that he wanted. So then in the second fight, he fought Gary Russell. No, third fight, sorry, he fought Gary Russell.
I remember that.
Beat Gary Russell comprehensively as well.
Wow.
So to do that in the third fight,
that was a wicked victory because Russell was confident.
Yeah, Russell was very good. I think at the time there was questions around his resume, but he was a noted talent. So he beat Gary Russell quite comprehensively in his third pro fight, won a world title. So 3 fights in, you've got a world title, so you're in with the big boys now. So then he fought a couple warm up fights after that. Like I think he fought on the Floyd Manny undercard. Yeah. He fought a couple other guys as well. I can't remember the names and everything. Then he fought Nicholas Walters, who was coming off against a great win over Danair, and he beat Darchinian as well. Knocked them all out and everything, and he just kind of had his way with him. Really.
Well, he made what's quick.
Yeah, made it quick. Yeah. And then I think the next 3, he fought like Jason Sosa. And he fought a couple other people.
Rigondeaux, he made Rigondeaux quit.
Yeah, made Rigondeaux quit as well. So I think there was a stage where it's 3 or 4 fighters in a row where he made them quit.
I know that Rigondeaux and Walters were undefeated.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the
Jason Sosa wasn't undefeated, but I think he had one loss, which was very, very highly disputed. And then he went on to fight Roman Martinez, who was a little bit past it at the time, but not that fight. Okay. Knocked him out, highlight reel knockout and everything. I think it was a right hook. Then he moved up to lightweight. Fought Jorge Linares.
Wicked fight. Really Linares dropped him.
Yeah, Linares dropped him in the 9th round.
And he came back and he
stopped him with a body shot.
Yeah.
So and then since then he's fought Luke Campbell as well. So he's trying to go undisputed in the lightweight division and everything. So I think a lot of people, they might say, but he's only had like 15 fights and this and that. But I think for who he's fought in those 15 fights, it's been a crazy run. Do you know what I mean? And
I think ultimately it comes down to the quality of opponents. So even if he's only fought like 10 or 15, if they're quality, you could still get the fight of the decade.
Absolutely.
But he's not on my pick, but he's on your pick. But we'll discuss later if he's your number one or not. Yeah. Who's next? I think we got. Should we go on to Alvarez? Canelo Alvarez?
Canelo Alvarez, yeah. Canelo Alvarez has had a good decade, and I think he's kind of established himself as the cash cow in boxing. I think a lot of the people know him as the face of boxing, especially
he is right now
over in America.
He is right now.
So I think he started off. I think he did he win his world title this decade? He won against Matthew Hatton, I believe.
That was in 2011. I've got his resume right here.
Right, yeah.
Let me. So his resume is 2010. He beat a guy called Luciano Coelho.
Mm-hmm.
Then Baltimore, wicked knockout, uppercut, I believe.
Left hook, I think. Left hook.
Okay. Then in 2010 again, Love Morton Do. Then Matthew Hatton.
Yeah.
Then Ryan Rhodes.
Yeah.
Then Alfonso Gomez.
Yeah. He kind of struggled in that fight. I remember watching that fight.
I didn't see that fight. Then Shane Mosley, wicked fight.
Yeah.
They were both in hand speed. Yeah. But that was after Mayweather beat Mosley.
Yeah. I think it was. Yeah.
And then Josito Lopez.
Yeah.
And then we got after that. After Lopez, we got after that. Then we got the Mayweather loss. Angulo win. Lara close fight.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of people thought Lara won. I don't think Lara won. I think Lara wasn't.
I had Canelo winning.
Yeah, I had Canelo winning. I don't think Lara was busy enough, and I think
I thought Lara looked pretty, but he just looked pretty. He wasn't being effective.
Yeah.
Then you got the Kirkland highlight knockout reel.
Yeah, definitely.
Migo Cotto. I didn't watch that fight. I was watching. I was kind of falling asleep. It was kind of a dead fight. I think.
Yeah, I think
What do you think of that fight?
it was. I think it was a decent fight of skills, but I think a lot of people were expecting it to be an all-out brawl and everything, and I think Canelo kind of used his size a lot because Cotto was kind of out-slicking him a lot of the fight, but Canelo used the size and the skill, and he overcame Cotto at that time. Then
Amir Khan next. Amir Khan next. I've got his reel right here. I'm not gonna give him major props for the Amir Khan knockout,
definitely not.
It's definitely a highlight reel.
It was a highlight reel, but I think it was a given that he was gonna knock out Amir Khan, and even then I think he went on to fight Liam Smith next, didn't he?
Next fight, yeah.
I think I'll give him a little bit.
I'll give him credit for that one because I didn't know how good or bad Liam was. But Liam was at the time Liam was undefeated. So you beat an undefeated young fighter.
I think he's proved he's tough since then. I don't think he's elite level, but he's proved he's tough since then. So that's,
after Liam Smith, you had Chavez Jr. I can't remember what happened in that fight.
No, I think Chavez just stood there like just like a punching bag, and he came in at 164. So I think it was a bit, there was a bit of controversy around that as well. And then I think after they fought,
after that Golovkin withdraw.
I thought he lost the draw.
Okay, you thought he lost?
I thought he lost that one.
If I'm being honest, when I scored it, I think I had Golovkin winning by like a round.
Right. Okay.
I had it close.
Right.
And I had it so close that I wouldn't have minded if it went either way. The second fight, when I watched it, I thought Canelo won.
Right.
But when I scored it, I had Golovkin by round. Once again, I have no problem giving that fight to Canelo.
Yeah.
Canelo looked stronger in the second fight.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the second fight, I had Golovkin winning. I remember. I think I had him winning by about 2 rounds. But a lot of people said it was a robbery. I don't think it was a robbery. I just think it could have gone either way. Canelo was very impressive with coming forward, but he couldn't really back Golovkin up the way that he wanted to. So he wasn't really cutting off the ring on him. He was just making, because Golovkin, every time he come forward, Golovkin would just circle. So, but I think that was a very good fight, man.
Good and we've got to remember this as well. Yeah, before he fought Golovkin, everyone was scared of Golovkin.
Yeah,
even
definitely.
in the media's heads, Golovkin's he's a murderer. You can't go near him. Canelo beat him first.
But then even then, Canelo had to vacate his belt. So it's kind of like, was he just waiting? Like, was he not? So it's still controversial, and I think that's the problem. That's a lot of people's problems with someone like Canelo. Because he is the face of boxing. There's always going to be a lot of controversy because they're going to want to protect their investments. You know what I'm saying? Like with Day is in Golden Boy Promotions, like the Zone,
and we know not even just the Zone, the media, not the media, the casinos, the hotels, the broadcasts. They want the top fighter to keep winning because it brings more money into the industry.
Absolutely.
So after Golovkin, he then fought Rocky Fielding.
That was a.
Let's skip past that because Rocky Fielding isn't no elite fighter.
Yeah,
but Daniel Jacobs, that's a good win. That's a good win.
And that was no controversy.
Going into that fight, we kind of thought, I give Canelo a nod if it's close, but it's an even fight.
Yeah,
but the fight weren't close.
Nah, not at all. Yeah? I think Daniel Jacobs kind of turned it on a little bit towards the end, but by then Canelo had already swept him by then.
And that was I was going to say this year. That was 2019. And then later that year, November, he then moved up in weight. He was at 2 weights from middleweight, skips to middleweight for Kovalev, got a knockout. You have to get props for that as well.
Absolutely.
Because Kovalev had just come off 2 wins.
Yeah,
one against Leonard Alvarez and one against Anthony Yarde.
Yeah.
So that's Alvarez. 9 minutes already. Who's next?
I'd say Andre Ward would probably be a good shout as well.
Definitely, he's on mine.
He had a very, very good decade.
He's on mine.
He's undefeated. Apparently, he hasn't lost since he was 12 years old. He won the Super 6 tournament, so he beat fighters like Kessler.
I've got his resume right here. Let's go through it. So, from 2010 onwards to Kessler's 2009.
Right. Okay.
So that don't count. Good victory though, yeah?
Yeah.
So we got Saki Obika, Arthur Abraham, Carl Froch, Chad Dawson, Rodriguez, Paul Smith, Barrera, Alexander Brand. I don't remember that fight. Then Kovalev twice been retired. Let's talk about Ward.
Yeah, I think again Ward was very, very good. Like I said, he ended the Super 6 tournament with a lot of the best super middleweights at the time in that tournament and everything. So
for those who don't know, the Super 6 tournament was a tournament like the WBSS now. It's where the best Super 6 middleweights fight each other, and the winner gets a trophy plus whatever belts were. There was no Muhammad Ali trophy in that one.
Oh, there was not.
No, that's WBS. So basically, Andre Ward is in that tournament. Jermaine Taylor, Carl Froch.
Arthur Abraham,
Alan Green, Miko Kessler.
Yeah. I think Alan Green was a late replacement for Jermaine Taylor because Jermaine Taylor couldn't continue.
Okay.
And Andre Durrell.
Andre Durrell's in the tournament, who was unbeaten when he first came to the tournament. And also Glenn Johnson came into the tournament late. And Andre Ward came on top. So he has to get props for being in the tournament.
Yeah.
Being in it, being a prospect going in.
He shot everyone else. Even Carl Froch, he beat with like effectively one hand.
Well, if you count all of his fights in the tournament, he might have lost maybe like 5 rounds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And 3 of those were against Carl Froch, the last 3 rounds. You know what I mean?
There we go. So yeah, like I think like I said, he not long broke his right hand. So I think we broke it in the fight. So if you watch that fight, he was only really using his left hand. So even like punches where you think he was going to throw his right, he would like throw his left and everything, and I think he just roughed him up.
Too slick, very strong on the inside.
Definitely.
And Carl Froch looked a little bit lost. After that, after the Carl Froch fight,
Chad Dawson,
another good victory. Dawson came down in weight, but Dawson asked to come down.
Yeah. So and Wood beat him up.
Because before that, who had Dawson beat?
Bernard Hopkins.
Was it before? Or?
Yeah,
okay.
I believe so.
So he'd beaten Hopkins.
Yeah.
So he was the man light heavyweight.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I know he had a bit of he wasn't very well known, but at light heavyweight he was the guy and everything, and I think that weight cut just hurt him. I think and Ward really took advantage of it. It was a bit disappointing that Ward didn't fight Lucian Bute after that fight, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? He thought he was in front of him and made a highlight reel out of him, and then
But the good thing on Ward's favour is that he didn't fight Bute, but Froch did.
Yeah.
And Froch got Bute out in 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And Ward beat Froch. So that makes, and you know that makes, and Froch going on to have the fights with George Groves and whatnot. That makes his resume look. It makes Ward's resume look a bit better.
Yeah,
look thorough.
Yeah, definitely.
It enhances that. After fighting Chad Dawson, I don't know Rodriguez.
I remember watching that fight. Yeah, I think Rodriguez was Rodriguez came to win and everything, but I think Ward was just too.
But is he a good fight? Is he someone that you could say
he was okay? It wasn't stellar, but he was okay.
Because next we got Paul Smith. That's not really working. No disrespect. I love the Smith brothers, but in regards to like legacy and whatnot, that was a combat fight. After the Smith fight, it was Barrera.
Yeah, that Barrera was a good fighter. I think a lot of people still now don't really want to fight Barrera in the light heavyweight division. So I think that was a good fight.
Alexander Brand next, you know Brand?
I didn't watch that fight. I think that because he had a free fight deal to fight Kovalev, so Kovalev was going to be then. So I think he just fought the 2 fighters. Then it was Kovalev. So then again, so obviously he fought Kovalev after that. Very, very close fight, razor thin. I remember watching that fight and I had Ward winning by only 1 round, literally by the skin of his teeth.
I had Ward winning that fight, watching it without scoring it, but then watching it back, it gets closer and closer each time. So that could have went either way.
Definitely.
And he got knocked down in the second round? Second round, and he came back. He came back and clawed his way back into the fight.
Absolutely.
So and Kovalev was unbeaten at that time.
Yeah. So
he
had that invincibility that aura of invincibility at the time as well.
Known as a puncher at the time.
Very spiteful. Yeah, definitely. Then he fought Kovalev again. There was a bit of controversy due to maybe low blows. Were they low blows? Were they not low blows? Was Kovalev's belt high and everything? I believe they were low blows, but again, Wood, I think used a lot of psychological warfare on him. He bullied the bully. Yeah. Because a lot of people saw Kovalev as the bully, but Wood just came in there, didn't care too much, he more or less did the number on him, really.
Yeah, the low blows are questionable.
Yeah.
I got this feeling that Wood would have won a fight anyhow.
Yeah, definitely. I
think he had more, at this stage, he had more tools in his box than Kovalev. Normally in rematches, the box out was the puncher. And Ward was definitely more the boxer in that fight, even though Kovalev could box.
Definitely. So,
and in that fight, Ward showed he could punch.
and then I think he retired after that. It was a shame because you could have probably fought Adonis Stevenson, or he could have gone on to fight Alexander Usyk. But again, he
called out Anthony Joshua.
He did, yeah. Well, Virgil Hunter called it unjust for him, but
Roger Hunt.
Yeah, Virgil Hunter is training.
Oh, it was Roger Hunt. Virgil Hunter. Yeah.
Virgil Hunter called it training for you. But then he was like, nah, he was just happy to retire and everything. So it's a shame. Maybe his career was a bit too short, and there was a lot of promotional problems. So that's why he had to take his hiatus and everything. But very, very stellar career, Andre Ward as well.
All right. Let's move on because we've been 40 minutes already. Manny Pacquiao. And I got his resume as well, you know. I got his resume here. It's a sick resume.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're going to go from 2010 onwards. So if we go 2009, it's Miguel Cotto when he knocks stops in, but that don't count.
No.
All right, so we got Josh Clottey, 2010.
Okay, good, yeah.
Antonio Margarito,
good.
2010.
Yeah.
Shane Mosley, 2011. Marquez, 2000 is the third fight, 2011. Timothy Bradley, he lost, 2012. Marquez again, he gets knocked out. After getting knocked out, he fights Brandon Rios. Wins. Fights Bradley. Yep, he fights Bradley Jr. next. Wins. Algieri, who was unbeaten at the time, wins. Then Mayweather wins. Sorry, loses.
Yeah.
Then after Mayweather, Bradley again, he wins. Then Jesse Vargas, Jeff Horn, Matisse, Broner, Furman. Let's get into Pacquiao.
Right, yeah, so Pacquiao's had
that is a plethora of opponents, a lot of opponents. He's kind of fought more than anyone else in that period.
Definitely.
Maybe not Alvarez, but he's fought the most.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of stellar opposition that he's fought as well. He fought Joshua Clottey, who at the time was quite good. I think he had was it a draw with Miguel Cotto or was it a loss to Miguel Cotto? But he put on a good...
Clottey?
Yeah, I think
Cotto hadn't lost the fight until he fought Margarito.
Right,
so
okay. I remember he had a good fight with Miguel Cotto at some stage.
And I think he beat Zab Judah, Clottey.
Yeah, he did.
Judah couldn't do nothing with him. He was too strong for Judah.
Yeah, and I think there was... I think Pacquiao just shut him out. Apparently, Clottey was afraid of him, apparently, but he just wouldn't throw any punches.
From what I can recall looking at the fight, this is how I see it, right? It's like when Ricky Hatton fought this guy. I forgot the guy's name. Juan Arango?
Arango, yeah.
When a guy is just big and strong, and you can't knock him out, you just pepper them with hand and foot speed, and that's what Pacquiao did. Definitely. You weren't trying to like knock you out. Just let me just move around you, and I'm too fast. There's nothing you can do. That's how I kind of saw that fight.
Yeah.
Any other fights you want to discuss on there? The Margarito fight, I have to respect it. That was a very good fight, and Pacquiao went up in weight to 154.
I think it was a catch rate, wasn't it? 152, I think it was.
Okay.
And I think that was kind of when Pacquiao kind of lost his killer instinct. I remember that fight. I remember in the 10th round, he was kind of looking to the ref to like stop the fight, and the ref just wouldn't stop the fight and everything. But again, it was a good performance against a much bigger. Margarito was huge compared to Pacquiao. And
Margarito was at that time was quite intimidating. There was rumor that Floyd, chose not to fight Margarito a few years prior. Then he retired. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And Pacquiao just did his thing with him, and Pacquiao got hurt in that fight as well.
Yeah, because to the body.
Rumors are that after the fight he was on lying down for days because of the body shots.
Yeah, I remember him getting hurt with the body shots.
Shane Mosley, although a good victory, I'm going to give him less props for that fight because Mayweather beat him first.
Yeah, I think it wasn't. I don't remember it being much of a fight anyway. To be honest, I think
Mosley and Nazim Richardson, Mosley's trainer, they figured out this strategy where whenever you're in front of a pack, you just keep turning and giving angles, and it made him less effective, whatever.
Right. Okay.
So that's what I heard that they did.
Then there was the third fight against Marquez, I believe.
Yeah, which he won, but I thought that was a close fight.
Yeah, it was. I think a lot of people thought Marquez won that fight. I think Marquez kind of outscaled him, and I think that was kind of where Floyd saw the fight and was like, yeah, I can beat that man now.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because I remember Floyd went to prison not around that time.
That's right.
He was trying to make that, for Floyd. But he was trying to make that fight happen, but the fight just couldn't come to terms. But so I think that again that could have been a win for Marquez quite easily.
But for Marquez it gets better. Let's go to the next fight. Bradley loses. Everyone thinks that Pacquiao won that fight, but definitely. He lost. That's cool. The next fight, Marquez, he gets knocked out. Is it like the 5th round?
Yeah,
that's a weird fight because in that fight, Marquez knocks down Pacquiao early in the fight. He knocks him down. Pacquiao doesn't normally go down. And then Pacquiao knocks Marquez down.
Touched him down and everything, made him touch gloves. And
then you think, okay, Pacquiao's getting back into the fight now.
And Pacquiao was beating out
of nowhere, polarizing knockout. And I remember when he was on the floor, Roy Jones said, he's not getting that, Jim. He's not getting that. That's just a memorable HBO moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Pacquiao was out, and you're probably thinking, you're thinking
that's done now.
I was thinking, bloody hell, man, you and Floyd could have made that fight, and you wait till he gets beat. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Then he fought Brandon Rios after that, and he just kind of walked all over Brandon.
Was it Rios unbeaten?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. This is my logic, right?
Actually, wait, was he? I think he might have lost to Mike Alvarado, but
okay. Maybe.
Okay. He lost to Mike Alvarado. Yeah.
Did he get revenge in the rematch?
I can't remember if they had a rubber match or not.
Okay.
Can't remember.
Well, anyhow, he fought a young gun, and this is what champions do when they're on a championship run, like Larry Holmes, and they fight young contenders, whatever.
Yeah.
But he didn't struggle with him. He beat him.
Yeah, definitely.
Then he fought Bradley again. He won. I didn't watch the other Bradley fights, but I heard he won.
Yeah.
Then he fought Chris Algieri, who was unbeaten. So he's not
knocked
an
him
amazing
down
fight, but he's unbeaten.
I think he knocked him down at 9 times.
Algieri had beaten Provodnikov.
Yeah. So that was
props for that.
Yeah.
Then he fought Mayweather, and then when he fought Mayweather, I gave him like 2 to 4 rounds max.
I
think Mayweather had his way with him.
Yeah, definitely. Floyd.
It's either not a good style match of Pacquiao or Pacquiao just aged a little bit.
Yeah, I think Floyd's I think Floyd's IQ was just a bit too high for Pacquiao at that stage and everything. But you thought that was the end for Pacquiao, but then carried on fighting again. You fought Tim Bradley again, beat him. I think he knocked him down.
I heard it twice.
Yeah.
Wasn't like Bradley doing like a roly poly?
Yeah. I remember that. And then he fought Jesse Vargas.
Yeah,
beat Jesse Vargas.
Good victory.
Yeah. Beat him quite easily. Then he fought Jeff Horn in Australia. A lot of people thought he should have won the fight, but he ended up losing. I think it was a lot closer than what people made out, though, to be fair. I think Jeff Horn was forcing his size on him. And I think he did better than what people suggest, but I think Manny should have won the fight.
Okay. Then he fought Matiz. I'm not going to give him major props for that fight because Matiz was a bit worn out, but you stopped him. Yeah,
the stoppage looked a bit questionable.
Okay.
That's all I can say, really.
But for the next 2 fights, he got props for that.
Yeah,
especially for the last one.
Absolutely.
Broner.
Yeah.
But he hardly lost a round.
Yeah, definitely not.
And then Keith Thurman.
Yeah,
it's a good fight, but Pacquiao's about 40-41 in that fight. I didn't see that come because I know Thurman had been off, but Thurman's young.
Yeah, and
undefeated.
He's fast. He could have hit hard like back in the day and everything. So I had Keith Thurman winning that fight. So for Pacquiao to come out and he dropped him in the second round, then the fight was quite competitive back and forth, like going forward. But Pacquiao was just outworking him and just did enough to actually win the fight and everything. So
Pacquiao is on there as well. Before we discuss the winner, who it is, let's discuss the last one, Floyd, and we'll go on his victories from 2010 onwards.
Yeah, go on.
So the first one I got is Victor Ortiz, Miguel Cotto. After Cotto, he goes to prison for 90 days, comes back out, signs a 6-fight, $200 million deal with Showtime. He then fights Robert Guerrero, who was unbeaten, beats him. Canelo, Madonna twice, Manny Pacquiao, Andre Berto,
and Conor McGregor.
We haven't discussed McGregor. We don't have to, because, Yeah. Let's talk about Floyd. Let's talk about Floyd's resume over the last decade.
Yeah, I think Victor Ortiz was young, but I think he wasn't that good, but I think he was WBC champion at that time. I think what Floyd wanted to do is fight Andre Berto, but because apparently they had a bit of a rivalry or something going on. I don't know too much about, but I just said they had a bit of a rivalry.
Right.
So Victor Ortiz beat Andre Berto in an upset.
Oh yeah, remember that? You knocked him down a few times. Yeah.
So that was.
So Ortiz earned it then.
Yeah, definitely. So Floyd, and then I think it was about 4 rounds, and then Ortiz kind of lost his discipline. I think where Floyd is maybe throwing a few sneaky elbows. So Ortiz blatantly headbutted him. So there was a confusion with the ref. Then Floyd knocked him out in the 4th round. I think so then like you said, he fought Robert Guerrero.
Do you give him props for that? If you're judging him like a fighter of a decade, do you give him props for that victory?
Yeah, so it was a small amount because he was the WBC champion of the world and he was young as well. But
I agree. If that was his best opponent, then it'd be questionable. But that's just like a sidestep to his main meals. So yeah.
Definitely. Then he fought Miguel Cotto. Sorry.
Okay, props for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there was no catch weight.
No catch weight. He fought him at 154 and everything. Yeah. So he let Miguel Cotto pick the weight and everything. And it was a pretty good fight, and I remember Cotto having some success in the middle rounds with the jab and everything. And
it's one of Floyd's more exciting fights.
Yeah, definitely. I think
it was good action.
Floyd was throwing a lot of combinations. He looked more like Pretty Boy Floyd than Money Mayweather and everything. Yeah. So I think Floyd just kind of peaked graded it out in the later rounds and everything. He kind of hurt Cotto, and his stamina was just a bit better than Miguel Cotto's. So props
for that victory.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Next one, Roberto Guerrero, who I believe was unbeaten at the time.
Oh, yeah, Robert Guerrero was unbeaten.
But he was coming off the Andre Berto win.
Yeah. He not long moved up to 147. I think he fought. I can't remember. I know. Yeah, I do remember he fought Andre Berto. Put a beating on Andre Berto as well, which has shocked a lot of people. So he got the Floyd fight. Floyd just kind of again had his way with him. He looked like he was going to stop him, but then he hurt his right hand in the middle of the fight or something like that. So. Yeah, for me,
similar to the Ortiz fight, but maybe a bit more props, a bit more respect for that one because. Floyd had just come out of prison.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And the way Floyd boxed, he just danced around and won every single round. How he lost the round, whatever. So once again, that's a side meal, but it's a good side meal to main meals. You know what I mean? Next was Canelo Alvarez.
I remember that fight as well. That was I remember it being at a catch weight, but a lot of people say
152.
One. But then Canelo's trainer already said that they come down to 152 to fight Floyd. So then Floyd used that and got the advantage and everything. But a lot of people were saying that Canelo was going to knock Floyd out and he was too big and he was too aggressive. This is that and the other. Floyd just went in there and completely had his way with it.
I can't believe that one of the judges had a draw on the score.
It was
crazy. But for me, I give Floyd crazy props for that victory. And right now, Canelo is in most eyes, he's pound for pound the best fighter in the world. If not, he's in everyone's top 5 at least. So
definitely.
Floyd gets major props for that victory. Absolutely. After that, 2 fights with Marcus Maidana.
Yeah, the first fight was a bit more rough than I think Floyd would have liked, but again he gritted it out. I think as I've watched it a few times. The first time I watched it, I thought it was a draw, but now I've watched it over and over again, and Floyd really did dominate in the later rounds. I think
I never watched it again, but I thought Floyd looked like he was aging a bit, and it looked close.
Yeah, no, I think I watched it a few in the later rounds. Floyd did just turn it up on him. And
Second fight,
just watched it. Like I don't think I properly watched it, but I know Floyd won nearly every round.
Boring fight, but Floyd fought how he meant to fight to beat him. Kept it long, jabbed, held, grabbed, sort of stuff, whatever. Next fight, Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, as we already discussed, he beat Pacquiao fairly easily. He lost maybe.
And also, that's a super fight. Yeah,
exactly. So
maybe not at the best time. It could have been like 3 years earlier.
Yeah,
but that's a super fight.
Absolutely.
They were the 2 main rivals of the era that had to fight each other. Then after Manny Pacquiao,
he fought Andre Berto, which was his last fight.
I'm not going to give no props for that one. I'm even going to discuss McGregor. So we've discussed Lomachenko, Alvarez,
Andre Ward,
Manny Pacquiao, Mayweather. Lomachenko, does he get it or not?
Nah, not for me. Nah, I think he lost to Salido for once, and he looks like he's slowing down already, unfortunately. So not for me. He's had a good decade, but not for me, unfortunately.
Say he wasn't on my list anyhow, but I would say his resume is quality.
Yeah,
it's good, but there's not enough quality opponents for me to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're the man. Next, let's go on to Alvarez. Does he get it?
Nah, I think there's too much controversy around Alvarez. There's a lot of questionable decisions. Some I thought that he could have won. Some that I think he might have lost. That he failed a drug test. Not for me. He's good again. Maybe next decade, but not this.
I don't think, other than Golovkin, I think Mayweather may have fought better opponents. He had better victories than Alvarez.
Yeah.
Alvarez has had a lot of good victories, but over great opponents.
Yeah.
Cotto was faded at the time. We know that Cotto was faded.
Kovalev is kind of like.
That's a good one. That's a good one, though.
Well, so
but faded, and Golovkin, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Andre Ward.
But just because I think he retired a little bit a bit prematurely, and he had promotional issues again, which aren't really his fault. Again, phenomenal fighter and an amazing career, but I feel like he could have done a little bit more. Unfortunately,
I would have him higher than Canelo on this one.
I'd agree.
It's a very good run, but maybe a little bit. Not enough food in the plate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Pacquiao, I'm impressed with Pacquiao's resume,
Yeah, Pacquiao's resume has been incredible.
I'm not gonna hurt a man for losing, because that's how you come back when you lose,
And he's definitely come back with a bang and everything. But the fact is though, he has had a couple losses. Some again were debatable. Some were flat out and everything. But again, he did bounce back very well, and he has had a good decade. But he doesn't get it for me, unfortunately.
Why not?
Because I think Floyd Mayweather has had the best decade.
Okay, what makes Floyd better than Manny Pacquiao?
I think
by the way, I agree. Yeah. But
I think for one, the most important thing is Floyd did actually beat Pacquiao. I know a lot of people thought it was a bit too late and everything, but Floyd did beat him quite comprehensively. Floyd's been undefeated, and he's had a lot of pressure on him as well. And he's kept that mindset and he's kept that hard work, and he's worked his ass off to actually finish his career in the best way he could have done. So for me, it's definitely been Floyd Mayweather. And to fight Canelo Alvarez, something like that as well. A lot of people thought he was going to lose or get knocked out. Fought Miguel Cotto and kind of fought an exciting fight against Miguel Cotto as well. Fought Maidana, who just beat Broner as well. I think he's had a stellar decade, and I think even in 2010, I think he probably should have won it.
There is an argument that even though Floyd beat Pacquiao, Pacquiao is naturally a lot smaller than Floyd.
Yeah, but then like he's still 147. Do you know what I mean? And he's been making 147 for a long time. Floyd's not a big 147 either. Do you know what I mean? So,
but Pacquiao's really a small 147.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I still agree with Floyd. So these are my reasons why I get Floyd. These are the main
Yeah.
reasons. Yeah, it's in the decade. Cotto,
Yeah.
he wasn't washed up, and he fought him at the weight.
Yeah.
Alvarez, he beat a young, hungry Alvarez.
Yeah,
who was undefeated. When he beat Mosley, whether Mosley was washed up or not, Mosley had just beaten Margarito.
Yeah. So he was,
at the time going into the fight, it was very questionable. Like, who's going to win this fight? It wasn't like Floyd's definitely going to win. Do you know what I mean? And Floyd won that fight.
Yeah, quite easily. Apart from the second round, he won.
Yeah, he ran away that fight, and then the Pacquiao fight. Yeah. That's four for me. That's four like great fights he's beaten.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Floyd on that.
Absolutely.
Not by a landslide though. It's close, man. I said Floyd, then Pacquiao. And I think I'm going to go with Ward over...
I'd say Ward over Alvarez.
Yeah, Ward and Alvarez and Lomachenko last, but he's not on my list anyhow.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not meant to do this, you know. This is the MSLB, Marcel Boxing. Subscribe. All right, bless.